If you want to be a better coach, then you're at the right place today. So, always wanted to coach. I've got every note from every practice I've been in since I was 17 years old. The coaches I've played under, Bobby Knight, Pat Riley, Hubie Brown and Rick Pitino. So, from the standpoint of an education and growing my coaching philosophy, I became a good coach because I made a decision. I had been drafted by the Los Angeles Lakers, and when I came out of the tunnel after the first practice, I felt terrible. I'm the oldest of 7 kids, and I had to send money home to help my brothers and sisters. And I was totally unprepared to go into that Lakers practice. What I had learned at Indiana was not relevant at all to being able to play with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Magic Johnson, Michael Cooper, James Worthy, Jamal Wilkes. And if Norm Nixon and I didn't have the same agent, I would have been lost. And it was my fault because I didn't understand that the pro level game was entirely different from what I was being taught at Indiana. Indiana, you play motion offense. You never have a play set. So now you go to the NBA, you got 50 plays. You have to memorize with a non-guaranteed contract. And if you don't memorize those plays, you do not get paid, and you're not able to help your mom raise your brothers and sisters. That was extremely important to me. Being the oldest of 7 kids, I now have, of the 7, 5 of us graduated from university. My brother Chris Carter is in the Hall of Fame with the Minnesota Vikings. And it was all based off of that first day of practice. So what I basically did was that I've never left Canada. My wife is from Markham. We live downtown Toronto. We've got an 11-year-old son. And basically I decided when I was walking away from basketball that there was a life I wanted to live here in Canada with a person that was very important to me. Every once in a while someone finds the old coach and says, hey, will you come out and talk to us about being a better coach? So let me go through. These are things you need to write down on your practice plan. The first thing I noticed in the practice plan, there's no end of game. So I build my practice out from the back of the game to the front of the game. All right? In my practice plan, we never stay on one end of the floor more than 4 minutes, and we never stay in one drill more than 4 minutes. If you want to drill a certain segment, say rebounding, you commit 20 minutes to rebounds, that means you got 5 segments of 4 minutes. All right? In the game, you start within the game, side out of bounds, in and out of bounds, full court. All right? You start your practice with your end of the game scenarios. The reason for that is that when you play good teams, the good coaching staffs will have your play scouted, and you want that. It's called a conditioned response. You have conditioned them to react a certain way, and now you can add a wrinkle to what you're doing. If I'm talking too fast, just raise your hand, ask me to repeat it, and I'll go back through it. So for me, what I learned is that when you play against better players, taller, faster, they are not dumber, they are smarter, and they have God's gift of height and length. You have to train your players to play against better players every day. It doesn't work where you go through practice slow and then you go play the good teams and you say, well, we'll get them the next time. You're not going to get them the next time. To this day, the Toronto Raptors franchise has never won more games than my teams won 18 years ago against the Western Conference, who is deemed to be the best in the NBA. And they'll say, well, they won 17. Yeah, you won 17 when there was 30 teams in the league. We won 17 when there was 29. There was no team in New Orleans. I am about going from good to better to the best you can be. I am about training athletes so that they can feed their family. Because the thing that was the game changer for me was walking up that tunnel and saying, I cannot feed my family because I was not prepared for this situation. When we drafted Vince Carter, he couldn't dribble with his left hand, he couldn't shoot further than 12 feet, and he was a 2-foot jumper. So I'm going to show you with these kids all the stuff that I started and I do every day as a coach from my high school team. And by the way, I'm the only person to ever be high school player of the year in the state of Ohio and high school coach of the year. And I did that by doing these same drills that I'm going to show you with these kids. But we're not going to be in one drill more than 4 minutes. We're not going to stay on one end of the floor more than 4 minutes. All right? Basically, with what I seen what Coach did earlier, there are some things that I would add to it, and they're simple things. But when you start out with your practice plan, you have to we've got to have some coaches in here that have won some games. I need a couple coaches to volunteer to put in with the kids their in-the-game plays. Someone raise their hand. Say, look, this is what you have to learn about me. I have a fundamental policy of training the team. One, we are going to be awesome in transition. Understand the math. The most possessions that you're going to see are from offense to defense and defense to offense. I don't care what offense you run. I don't care what defense you run. If you are not efficient between these free throw lines, you are going to get smoked when you play the good teams. And the reason is that good teams normally are associated with more athletic ability. So just from a genetic standpoint, they can run from there to there faster. And then what we're going to do every day is that we're going to train both sides of the body. So I need you guys to bring 6 chairs out here. I need 6 guys in, and each of you should have 2 balls. Come on, let's go. That's good. Come on, 2 balls. Where's your 2 balls? So every day in practice, we're going to do 2-ball dribbling. 2-ball dribbling. When I started out my first year in high school as a coach, for me, I was ambidextrous as a player. So McDonald's All-American, but I was ambidextrous. I was as good with my left hand as I was with my right hand. And then what I learned was that there were so many players that we would run into in my 6-year career in the NBA that no one had forced them to play with both sides of their body. So when I hear a coach say, well, we're going to force him left because he can only throw a hook pass, all right, not against my team. Because when he goes left, he's done the Mikan drill so much that he can score with his left hand. What you have to do is that once you learn what's right about basketball, you must force your will on your team to learn what's right every day. So the first year that I coach, my team always goes backward because they're going to learn to communicate. And these kids, the problem they have is because all the electronics, they don't learn to communicate. I sent you a text. Well, text ain't no good in the game. I sent you an email. That's no good in the game. You need to open up your mouth and scream. If you don't, you run. Would you prefer to run or talk to each other? You don't have to talk to me, but you have to talk to your teammates. Sit down in those chairs, move them apart, please. Turn the chairs toward me, please. Can we get someone to run that clock for us, please? All right, eyes closed, head up in the air. The ball should not come any higher than your knee. Or someone just yell out 30 seconds. Someone do that for me, please? Go. You got to get up and get the other one. Change. You guys are next. Let's go. Next. Come on. Let's go. Alternate them. Left, right. Together. Change. Come on, who's next? Who hadn't got in? Who hadn't been in? Go. Change, alternate them, alternate them, alternate them. Stop. Where's your head supposed to be at? Eyes closed, head where? Up. Go. First group up. Move the chairs. Stand on the baseline. First group up. Please. 2 balls. Same guys. Move the chairs off. All right. Let's go down here. We're going to go on this end. Come on, let's go. On the run, let's go. So here are the rules. Ball does not become higher than your knee. Spread out, spread out. Your eyes are on the rim. All right? Slow down. Learn how to control the basketball. In the game of basketball, the higher the ball is, the more it controls you. The lower it is, the more you control it. All right, so you're going to go down, all right, alternating the dribble, coming back, dribbling together. Next group, get down here, so you're next. Let's go. Lower than your knee, lower than your knee. Lower than your knee. So the reason we do this drill every day, and we break it up in 20-minute segments. Every practice I've ever run, we do this 20 minutes, both sides of the body. The reason for it is that I teach being in an athletic position. Most kids are allowed to stand up, especially if they play AAU basketball. Where I learned to play sports, I played football and basketball. Most kids, if you teach them to be in an athletic position, you will be a better team in defense and in transition. The other reason that I wanted the ball lower than the knee is that I want to stop the carry-over dribble. When the ball is carried over the knee, it makes you a slower player. And then when you play a player that plays it naturally on the bounce or has a crossover, he kills you. So everything that I do is to train them to play against the best players. I watch tons of players. I go watch individual workouts. They're going to show them, well, carry it over. Well, when you're playing the good players, you're not carrying anything over. All you think you do is carry a loss out with you, going out the door. All right? Turn around backward. All right? Eyes will be on that rim, right? Stop. Change ends. Change ends. Come on, change ends. Let's go on the jog. Let's go. Change ends. Yeah, you're supposed to be behind them, right? Let's go. What are your rules? What are your rules? Ball's not higher than your knee. Eyes on the rim. Slow down, do it right. Go. So the reason we do it forward and backward is because to run good offense, you have to teach good players to be able to back up. Because when they're playing against good players, they're going to put pressure on them, and you make the mistake of not teaching your guys how to back up. So we do it going forward and backward. We build it off the chair, and then we build it off going. The most important thing is not speed. The most important thing is they actually learn the skill. Both sides of the body, all the time, in everything we do in practice. Hold on. Are you guys going to get in, or are you just going to sit over there and be cheerleaders the whole time? Come on. So the other part about doing the drill this way is that if you want to do an individual improvement for a player, now you can see exactly where he's exposed. You can see which players can't handle with their left hand, can't handle with their right hand. So not only does it helps me define what the individual workout needs to be with the player, because I need to know what my player's weaknesses are, because what happens is that you can't go in and design an offense and say, well, we can't put him there. That's not how I train. You have to be able to run offense where people can play multiple positions and help the team as an asset whenever the team needs it. And by not building on both sides of the body, you are basically limiting what you can do in a game. Now you play against a good coach and a good team, they got a scouting report. He's 6'5", he's 6'4", turns left shoulder, drives right, drives left. I don't care about the scouting report. Every day I'm gonna train them until they understand I want them to do this so they can be successful in the game. If they are successful, what I need are young people that love themselves enough and care enough about what they want to do to be successful that they will make both sides of their body better. And if I get that player, then I've got a better team. If I sit there and let them stay weak, then I'm allowing them to understand that they can stay weak in life. I'm asking them to improve themselves as a person. Once I improve them as a person, they're automatically a better basketball player. All right? You, and you. You four, other end with me. Take those balls with you. All right? So we do the mic and drill, 15 minutes every day, all right? So normally in your gym you'll have more baskets. I break them up in groups of 3 or 4, and then we rotate them. They'll go 30 seconds, then we'll rotate them. But what we do is that there's so many makes they have to make, all right? If they don't make that as a group, then they run. So I want a ball right here in the corner. I need a ball right here in the corner. I need you to stand behind that ball. I need you to stand behind that ball. You're in the middle here. All right, so here's the drill. This is extended micing. This is the most important drill that's ever been done by the future Hall of Fame player for the Toronto Raptors. He could not do this drill when we started. So I'm a big believer in both sides of the body, but the extended micing drill allows us to do this. You're gonna pick this basketball up, 2 dribbles or 1 dribble, right? Left hand, left leg. All right, if you jump off 2 feet, shoot it with the wrong foot, doesn't count. You're gonna rebound the basketball and put it back to him, okay? Then you're gonna sprint up there. You should be able to lay the basketball up where the lines come together. It's gonna go in, don't worry about it, and sprint to that basketball with your back here. Pick this basketball up and sprint and lay it up. So the reason we're gonna do a 20-minute set is for this specific reason. If I have 8 or 9 players that can score close to the basket with both sides of their body, we cause havoc to the other team. And this is how we do it. We do this drill. I started as a high school coach. I basically because the micing drill was so important to me when I went to 5-star basketball camp as a kid, I basically took it and said, how can I expand it so that my team can play fast? All right, now I'm about pace in practice, and let me walk you through that. People say, well, you know, do you want to play racehorse or whatever? I want to play to the fastest ability of my team. Now I understand that when I get a team, I got to figure out what the baseline is. And then every day we work on both sides of the body to improve that baseline. And then as they improve, now I'm challenged more as a coach. Now how do I get them in a position to be more successful? I don't come to clinics and tell coaches, you got to run this offense or that offense. I come to you and tell you, look, you got to teach them to communicate. You have to drill both sides of their body every day so that there's individual improvement, because individual improvement is the only thing that allows a basketball player to play against players who are older than them. Everybody forgets that. The problem I see in Canada, besides they don't give you facilities and practice on a regular basis, is that you think, hey, 10th grade level plays 10th grade. Well, that's not the way successful basketball works, because when you go to play the AAU guys or you go to college, you're going to play against guys 3 or 4 years older. So now I give them the fundamentals that I don't care what offense the coach tells them, they are fundamentally sound to be successful. So here's the drill. 30 seconds. Go. Next in. Good job. So the great part about the drill is that we start them in with the close-in layup, and then we teach them move the balls in a little. No, right, too far, right on the line, right there, right there. All right, so the next guy in, all right, now I want you to pick the basketball up, all right, and you have to score outside of the charge line. All right, so walk through it. We'll walk through it, right? So now you're going out further. Say, look, young, what's your name? Christian, here's the deal, all right? I don't have a problem with what you didn't know today. You make the most out of it, all right? And then the next time I see you, you show me, Coach, I learned and I know what to do now, all right? So take your time. Do it right, all right? Let's do 10 shots, all right? Take your time, do it right, all right? We all start somewhere, okay? So do the best you can, all right? But what I want you to do now is that, because what we're teaching now is some knucklehead coach is going to tell us guys, we'll get right there. Well, we don't give a shit. You go ahead and get right there, all right? And we're coming out here, and we're going to put the ball up with our left hand and score, all right? So I actually paid Vince Carter $500 to shoot it with his left hand. I said, I'll take it. Get it up with your left hand. All right? He couldn't do it. So you have to. Tracy McGrady couldn't do it. All right? By forcing him to do this drill, I would take him out of a scrimmage and say, go in the side basket with the assistant coach until you can make a left-hand layup. Because most good players, you got to take them backward and make them understand. It's real simple. Good team, good coaching staff. Oh, he's right-handed, can't drive with his left, so now he can only play on that side of the basket. Well, he's right-handed, can't drive left. I take it most of you watch the Raptors every once in a while. So why didn't Terrence Ross get a contract? Because for 4 years they've stuck him in this left corner and he can't drive left. By someone not teaching him this simple drill, it's costing him millions of dollars. He cannot drive left. That's why I feel if you fundamentally put this in the kids, why does DeMar Rosen play on the left side of the court? Can't drive left. J.J. Redick guarded DeMar in the Vancouver game, stood on his right hand, and he couldn't get to the bucket. So how much would he be worth if he could go left? Valanciunas right now, they give him the ball on this block, all right? He's going to turn around, and anyone ever seen him go left? So I believe right now, for whatever reason, it's not where a player is at. It's where the coach needs to take you. Now, if you're a manager, just tell the kids you're a manager and you don't do that. There's a difference. I believe that I have a responsibility to give them the best opportunity in their life. That's what you have to do. I believe that I gave the players who played for me from high school to college to the pros an opportunity to make the most out of their life. The reason I came here today was they said, Coach, will you come out and walk these coaches through the fundamentals of what really has to happen? So I didn't care with my team. I told them, we don't care where they say play. We'll play on the road, we'll play on the playground, but if I've given you the fundamentals to play left and play right, you are going to be a better player. If you care enough about yourself to accept, because a teacher can't teach until a student's ready to learn. I think all of you as coaches understand that. You get the most out of your teaching when the kids are ready to learn. I basically have a coaching philosophy: you have no choice. If you are going to be in my practice, you are going to learn. Because I don't want you to let yourself down, and I don't want you to let your teammates down. I don't come to clinics and tell people you got to run crazy offenses and I got the best defense in the world. The best defense in the world I'm going to teach you is they got to communicate in transition. You have to teach mental quickness. Get the communication down, get the mental quickness down, your team will immensely improve. You can play a 70-point game, you can play a 30-point game. By creating pace and mental quickness and challenging them that they got to grow. And the fact that they got to come to practice now and they have to be alert before practice. Because they know once coach starts his practice, he's going boom, boom, boom. Side out of bounds, end out of bounds, full court. What are we doing? Transition D, mic and drill, 2-ball dribbling. Build out what you want to do in 15 or 20-minute blocks, and then chop it up. Put the clock on, go boom, 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 boom. And if you're really lucky, turn that camera on, and then watch your practice, and you'll grow because you'll say, there's a chart. It wasn't put up on the website, but they'll be sending it to you. Offensive plus, offensive minus. Defensive plus, defensive minus. You go and put everything into the chart. This is what we did good offensively. This is what we didn't do good offensively. This is what we did good defensively. This is what we didn't do good defensively. And now you get a chance to evaluate. So now your next practice, your practice plan should grow. It should be a living document. You can't just go and repeat it and say, we're going to do the same thing the day we did yesterday. All right? Change ends. Come on, we've been down here too long. Same drill. Come on, take them with you. Let's go. You're not going to get a chance to back out. Come on. Better. Good. Now let's take your time with the left one. All right, you're jumping off the wrong foot, but that's all right. Down, straight down. Good. All right, better. Okay, let's stop right here. White, 1, 2, 3, 4. You guys out here along the baseline, red. 1, 2, 3, flip to a red. 4. Baseline, red. Red's on the baseline. You guys out here. Let me have the ball. Let's change ends. Come on, let's go to the other end. Let's go. Other end, let's go. Let's go! All right, so transition, I normally go progression. 3-on-3, 4-on-4, 5-on-5, 4 plus 1. There are a couple things that I would add to what we've seen Coach do earlier, right? Communicating is not an option, all right? So you 4 have to talk to each other loud enough for the 2 guys standing up on the rail to hear you, all right? And let me tell you why. You guys are all sitting here and people, you watch college basketball and you say, well, you know, I want to play at Duke or I want to play at Kentucky. If you play at those places or Indiana, you got to yell, all right? You can't go to the bench and the coach tell the coach, well, I thought. All right? So you have to yell. So the first rule, what are you yelling? I got the ball. So this is what I would change. When I roll the ball there, you're going to sprint to half court and then turn around. All right? You're going to sprint the half court and then turn around. All right? So let's walk through it. So what I try to do is walk through the first one, and then I send them full speed. All right? I am looking for them to make mistakes. All right? So we're going to walk through it. All right? 1, 2, 3, 4. When I call the number out, the number has to touch the baseline. Everybody is. All right? The issue at the end of the day is who's the leader? Who's telling who? All right? 3. Stop. So, one of the key things we teach, this volleyball court is extremely important. All right? It's extremely important for end-of-game and pressing teams. So when you come up, you're never outside of the volleyball court. All right? You must teach this every day because that is what'll kill you. So the other rule is once you hit this line on the volleyball court, you do not take it past half court unless you can get to this line. And the reason for that, you all know, they get an extra defender if they whack you up at half court. So your offense, all your offense for me is run inside the volleyball court. All right? And I'll explain that a lot more as we go through. So the first thing, so if you're on the right side of the floor, which hand should you be dribbling with? If you're on the left side of the floor, which hand should you be dribbling with? Left hand. So that's all in your two training both sides of the body. All right? If there's one thing I would progress coaches' drill on, hey, look, you stop the drill. You throw the kid a ball, he's coming up the left side of the court, dribbling with his right hand, stop the drill, take a lap around the court. You want to be able to compete and beat good teams. You can't do it if you're on the left side of the court and you can only dribble with your right hand. You have to prepare them to play against good teams. If you're prepared to play against good teams, you beat bad teams. There's no excuse on our talent. The training should be train both sides of the body and understand the math of basketball. Fundamentally, the math of basketball. The NBA they play 82 games. There are 1,230 losses every year. Most of them don't even realize it. Coaches, staff, there's 1,230 losses every friggin' year. They're going to tell you, we're going to change the rules. Okay, change them. 2-point shot, 4-point shot, 5-point shot. 1,230 is still the empirical number, you dummy. That number doesn't change. So my philosophy is that I want to be in the top part of the 1,230. And the only way to do that is to train them all the time on both sides of their body. 58 times when I coached the Toronto Raptors, we went into the fourth quarter with the lead. We only lost 3 of those games. Because of what we do in practice every day. Both sides of the body. Where are all the bad things? The bad things just aren't in one game. The reason, whose ball is it? Okay, hold on. What's your name? Okay, Zach, so you got to say, Coach, it's our ball.
Coach, it's our ball.
There you go, better, all right? Pull your socks up and say, hey, man, I'm here. All right? There you go. There you go. All right? Okay, good. There you go. All right, so let's go. Again, all right? It's extremely important to me to put into them who they are because I want them to stand up in the game for themselves. If they learn to stand up in the game for themselves and have pride in themselves, I'm a better coach. Yeah, I have a loud voice, always had a loud voice, but the goal for me and my family was to save all 6 kids. And that's the same reason I coach. I want them to come in and feel better about themselves. Look, what I'm trying to teach them is not easy. But I'm trying to teach them, invest in yourself. Because if you don't, you leave yourself subject to a coach who doesn't know what he's doing, screwing you. And you're on the bench. Both sides of the body, both change ends. Come on, we've been out here too long. Let's go. Two. Stop. Okay, good. Come on, change sides. Offense to defense. Defense to offense. What's your number? I can't hear you. What's your number?
4.
2. Okay, stop. Okay, so go back to where you're at. Just slow down. Who had the ball? Right there. Okay, then where were you at? All right, so here's an advancement of what you were doing earlier. All right, so you yell what?
I got ball.
You got ball. All right, you should be yelling, you're the trailer. All right, you should be telling him, all right, I'm on your right. Okay, because people talk about building a wall, building a shell. You have to build it with your voice. All right, so the issue is, hey, okay, my dream is true. I'm playing at Duke or I'm playing at Kentucky. There's no way he hears me unless I yell out. So now he knows he's got help on his right. All right? So you're the deepest man.
Yeah.
Right? So you're here. Right? Between the two. And what are you telling him?
I got basket.
You tell him I got basket and you're telling him which you got to go to.
Okay.
All right?
All right. Understand?
Good. Here. Go. Hold on. When he puts that ball on the floor, eat him alive. All right? He's coming to your space. All right? So let me tell you how you do that. You do it with your feet. So when he gets the basketball here, right? Can he dribble with his left hand? Right? So he defends himself. All right? So you're like a gnat. You jump on that right hand and make him pick the basketball up. Right? So the only thing you got to worry about is you got to tell him what. All right? But all you're doing is, when you're going through your drills every day, you're also memorizing the guys on your team and what they can't do. And by forcing them to play to their weakness, you're actually forcing them to improve themselves. All right? Because you're going to need him to be better at his left hand if you're on the same team. But if you don't expose it, then it ends up getting exposed in the game. Okay? Switch, offense to defense. Are you guys going to stay on vacation or you're going to get in and out? So here's the deal. Red team, you don't sit out more than 2 plays. All right? White team, you don't sit out more than 2 plays. So coaches, this is really important. So Tracy McGrady never played on the second unit in practice. So Tracy was always the 6th or 7th man in practice, and this is something I learned from Indiana. So the 6th or 7th man, whoever's on the sideline, they never sit out more than 2 or 3 plays. It forces communication, all right? It forces guys to understand multiple positions, all right? So you never let that thing what they were doing right there, we're sitting over there lollygagging and not paying attention, that should never happen. The assistant coach says, hey, 2 plays, 3 plays. And trust me, if they don't get it, just let them use their gym shoes to run a little bit. They'll get it. It forces them to communicate. It forces multiple decisions. Is that as loud as you can tell them what's... Change ends. Change ends. Let's go. Come on. Change ends. Let's go. 3. Stop. Did anyone tell him where to go? No. All right, did you say you were the trailer? Back down there, let's go. Come on, get it right. Get it right. Yes, sir. So here's another thing. Very important. Practice roll the basketball on the floor. All right? Do not let guys throw the ball in the air. Someone will get hit in the face and it causes a bunch of bull. All right? Roll the basketball in practice on the floor. All right? So that's why the drill, I roll the basketball. So it's a bigger deal if you're an NBA coach and you get a millionaire hit in the face with a ball, but it all starts with just good practices. Wherever you're at, hey kids, roll the basketball on the floor to get the drill going. All right, so no one accidentally gets hit in the face. What's your number? 2. Whoa. Where's your left hand at? No, put it in the air. It works, right? And see, coaches, that's what you have to stop, all right? You have to stop that every day, all right? So now you know you have to watch him in the micing drill. Because basically if they cheat the drill, then they're going to cheat the team in the game. So this is exactly what Coach was talking about earlier. We're going to force him to go to his weak hand. Well, to me, that's a joke. I don't give it where you force our guys. We're going to be able to score both sides and make a play. To me, that's I don't think you can beat the good coaches by forcing guys one way or another. I think you got to keep them out of the middle, but I think you have to be able to play on both sides of your body. Where's the substitution? What are you guys doing? So it's supposed to be confusing. The reason I'm doing it is that I want them to learn how to make better decisions for themselves within the group. The more decisions that they can make together as a group, the easier it is for me to help them be successful. Two. Whoa. Stop. Yes? Name? I can't hear you. Can't hear you. Come on, Luke. You didn't say a word. All right? When you're in my practice, you don't get to be your old personality. We got the new Luke. All right? So someone yells they got the ball, you got to yell, I'm on your right, I'm on your left. Right? We're not running the drill just so we can forget. All right? The sooner you learn the drill and do it right, we can move to the next drill. Are you scared? Okay, then. You sure? Then what's your name? Okay, get a little bass in your voice. Let's go. Two. Stop. Good job, Luke. I wish you'd have made it. All right? Okay. So I need 4 guys down here in micing, and I need 4 down here. Please. Come on, when you run the drill, let's go. You should know where to get the balls out. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Micing. We're in the micing drill. You need 2 balls. Wake up. Wake up. You need at least 2 balls. 10 shots. You got to go faster than that. Come on, you're stopping. You're stopping. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. Jumped off the wrong foot, that doesn't count. Faster, you're not on vacation, come on. Come on, let's go. No, stop. What'd you do? Where's your back supposed to be? Show him. So the whole idea was that if you steal, get a ball here, right? So your behind's here, all right? Next one, 10, let's go, come on. Come on, go. That's fine, right there is fine. Good left hand, come on, stop. It's taking you way too long, come on. All right, get it up, get out of there. Get it up, get it out of there, good. Get to the next one, better. Come on, get to the next one, better. Change ends, change ends. Change ends, young people, let's go. Let's go. Take them with you, you need basketballs. Who's in, let's go. Let's go, everybody down here with the ball. Get all the balls, bring them all down. Bring every single one of them down here. Get them out of the rack. Get the one on the floor. Baseline, everybody in the baseline, please. Come on, come on. Okay, I want you dribbling. Give me a line with everybody with a basketball, how many basketballs there are. One line, you're going to dribble with your left hand, eyes on the rim. Spread out, spread out. Left hand, eyes on the rim. What's the rule? What's the rule? Go ahead. Below your knee. All right? Left hand. Go. Stop. Get my friend next to you. Behind you. What's your name, young man? Yeah, well, you're supposed to look at the rim. You're not supposed to be looking at the ball. All right? If you cheat the drill, you're cheating yourself and you're cheating your team. All right? I've told you, slow down, do the drill right. Please. Okay? Spread out. Way to roll the basketball, good. Spread out, left hand. All right, go. Sir, something wrong with those two basketballs down there? They're heavy? Okay, that's fine. Good answer. Okay, you guys wait. You're going to get behind this group. First group up. You guys are going to be in the second group. Spread out. You're in. Spread out. So we're going, stay with me. We're going left hand as fast as you can go. Let's go. Whoa, 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 whoa. How high is the ball supposed to be? Go. All right. Backward, left hand, eyes on the rim, lower than your knee, stop standing up. So the reason that I do this drill is that I want to see who's carrying the basketball. So that means they need more work sitting in the chair, because when you play the best players, if you're a good player, they're going to put the best defender on you. He's not going to let you carry the basketball. So the goal for me is I need in my notes, when I look at my practice plans, that's one of the notes I would make, which players need help on the individual chair. So I would ask them to come a little bit earlier, but also spend some time at home on the chair, eyes closed, and learning how to dribble straight up and down and not carrying the basketball, which is not applicable for playing against good teams. Switch ends. Let's go. Second group up. Whoa, 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 whoa. We're all starting together. Left hand, right? Go. Eyes on the rim, eyes on the rim, eyes on the rim.
Break here.
Okay, that's fine. Please give these young men a hand, right? Please, guys, put the balls up and take it. We're going to take a break right here. I do want to offer, if you do have a question or two, I'll take a couple questions before we go into the break, just so if there's something that's not clear to you. I think it's really important when I look through the handout that there are things that need to be added to the practice plan, and to me it starts with end of game. So as an example, all my end of game plays were mostly decided by the time on clock. So we had a 5-second play,